Well, everyone, it's time for us to go ahead and take a look at the AirPods second generation and compare them against the AirPods first generation and see which particular types of AirPods are the better ones for you. Now, the big thing I will definitely tell you is that without a doubt, if you're going to go through and pick up a set of AirPods, it really doesn't make a lot of sense to go and, basically buy the AirPods ones anymore if you have the capability of buying the AirPods second generation. But the big thing I can definitely tell you is that if you're taking a look at both these types of AirPods, let's say you currently have the first generation AirPods or you're looking to upgrade or whatever, I will still tell you the first generation AirPods are still fairly decent types of devices. If you're, if you still own those types of AirPods and you're not really wanting to upgrade, I think you can still use them for quite a bit of time. The big thing to keep in mind though, is that the AirPods ones came out almost 10 years ago back in 2016, and the AirPods second generation are, a little newer. They came out 6 years ago in 2019. So there is a little bit of a difference when it kind of comes down to that particular side. So again, it isn't necessarily the biggest deal in the world, but if you are about to go through and pick up a device, you have to kind of look at both of them, especially in terms of the years that they basically came out of. Now, the biggest thing, the design of them are basically unchanged. They're essentially almost the same type of AirPods. They look identically the same for the most part, so there really isn't that big of a difference when it comes down to that side either. So I think that might be one other big thing to kind of keep in mind there. But again, it isn't necessarily like the biggest deal in the world. Now, if you're looking at both of them, the thing you are going to have to kind of keep in mind here is that between both the AirPods first generation, basically the design of them, even though they're unchanged, they didn't come with a wireless charging case. The AirPods 2s, depending on which one you get, they do give you the wireless charging case, depending on the model. So that can be kind of a really nice thing that you end up getting. And personally for me, I feel like if I am about to go through and pick up like a set of AirPods, it is kind of nice to have that type of capability. I can put them on the wireless charger and just allow them to kind of charge up that way. So that is kind of like a nice thing to basically have from that particular side. On the AirPods 2s, these things look really nice still, right? And they do give you the wireless charging case, but they are relatively unchanged for the most part outside of the wireless charging capability from the AirPods 1s. The cool thing though, I would say with the AirPods 1s though, is that they do basically kind of give you a little bit more type of a layout when it essentially comes down to their, connectability. It does give you the H1 chipset inside, which is actually a really nice type of chipset to have inside of a device. So if you are about to go through and pick up a device, it is actually kind of nice in and of itself to have one with the H1 chip built in, because it does give you like faster and better connection overall. You also get Hey Siri support inside of the AirPods 2s. If that's something that's really, really cool to you, well, you're going to be getting that type of capability inside of the AirPods second generation as well. The battery life is expected to be the same on both with the case and, just on standard earbuds. The cool thing with the, AirPods 2s is that the audio quality and the microphone quality are slightly more improved inside of that particular device rather than the other one. So if you're looking at these two, when you're looking at both, you are going to be getting ever so slightly better type of audio quality and microphone quality inside of the AirPods second generation than from the AirPods first generation. So that right there could also be another cool thing to kind of think about there as well. If you're able to kind of look at both those and kind of swing for both, the AirPods 2s are definitely going to be giving you a better experience when it comes down to that side as well. Beyond that though, I would still say, if you're looking at both of these are going to be giving you like a pretty solid type of experience. I think both these types of AirPods are still going to be fairly good for the most part, but I would probably say that if you're looking for one that's going to be giving you the overall better type of experience, I would probably say that the AirPods 2s are probably going to be the better ones here, right? They're going to be newer. They're going to be giving you the overall better type of experience. And those are the ones that I would probably recommend a vast majority more of people actually going through and kind of using and buying, rather than something like the AirPods first generation in this particular situation. So from that side, that kind of covers it up there as well. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.